Open seats if you guys want to scoot up just because some of our guests and our agents that were just here for the first hour. If you want to scoot up, grab a seat. It's like a roller coaster. It's better in the front. Looks like there's like 5 open up here in the front. If you want to get a good row, there's a 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. These 2 look good. Open. Okay. Great. So come on down. So first off, if hey, grab these. These are for you. So welcome. All right. So if you have something to write on or write with, there's some things I want you guys to jot down, and then we have some people we got to recognize this week for their accomplishments, which I'm excited about, and for all the great things that you guys have been doing. But I do want to give a round of applause to all of the brand new agents that just got started here tonight with us, or if you just got started this week and this is your first time here. So we'll give a round of applause to all of our brand new agents tonight. Everyone getting started, welcome. Excited for you. Okay. So real quick, if you didn't get one of these flyers, this is actually one of the flyers that we have for our next regional event, June 15th. Okay, June 15th at the Anaheim Convention Center, Saturday. It's got the times and information. You like that we don't print the address on it? That was nice of us, right? Darn bleeds. So we'll get better. It was actually my mistake. So blame it on me. But one of the things that's exciting is we have Dennis and Fran Valerian coming into town. Brand new Rubies, brand new 6-figure earners with our company. Those of you guys are like, what does that mean? What it means is they've helped a lot of people do very well in a very short period of time. In fact, in their first 7 months, they built a network of over 2,000 customers within their first 7 months. We're able to earn an extra $100,000 in the last 7 months, and amazing individuals. When I heard their story, I got to get them out here. They have no reason to be here other than to share with you what they're working on because they have no business being here. So basically, we said if we bought them plane tickets and let them stay with us, if they would please come to Southern California, and they said okay. So they're going to be here June 15th for us, which I'm really excited about. Get your tickets here tonight if you haven't done so already. We'll do the raffle at the end of tonight for the Secret University t-shirts. We also have our Royale tracking sheets, okay? If you didn't get one of these, you want to make sure and get one of these before you walk out. We'll have them at the back registration table. In fact, I think they need to get moved from there to there if somebody can help me with that, which would be great. Okay, but I want to make sure you guys have this. This is month 1, month 2, month 3. Mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, in order to go out there and obtain this Royale program that we've been talking about, that everybody's talking about. Okay. Now, 2 things other than that I want to make sure you guys know about is next week we have our university program here again, but we're going to be doing the same guest event for all of the guests coming in at 7 o'clock. 6:30 registration. 3 things, agents. The 3 products you always want to bring with you are what? Does anyone know? Nail buffer, what? Peeling gel, and the M4, the magnetic mask. So those are 3 products that you can, within seconds, demonstrate on anybody and everybody, but also bringing them here tonight. And then obviously we have the salt and oil and the body butter available for demonstration for your guests when they come in so they get to try something, okay? But you want to have those 3 products with you at all times. They're your secret weapons. Don't leave home without them. So that way they can experience a couple of the products. So before they see the presentation, when we're talking about instant result products, they can be like, oh yeah, that's right. I've seen 3 or 4 what they're talking about, and instead of being like, sure, I'll believe it when I see it. Right? Okay? So that way they already have that experience before they get here. Make sense? Yes? Okay. So next week, okay, how many guests are you allowed to bring? As many as you want. Isn't that awesome? You can bring as many people as you want. That's so generous of us, okay? So just make sure you get as many people here so they can check out and see what's going on with Secret. Here's one of the things I'm really excited about is next week, the individual... How many guys like the new format and flow of our Secret University so far? Yes? Okay? All right? The architect behind it, the individual that created the flow of this, is actually a mentor of mine. He's a very good friend. He's one of our cabinet ambassadors. He's one of our $500,000 earners, meaning he's earned over $500,000 in the last 12 months working with Secret, which is exciting. He's going to be one of our next 7-figure club members for sure. And he's a good friend of mine. He's one of our cabinet ambassadors. Mr. Joshua Denny is going to be here next Wednesday doing the overview for all your guests. Okay? So... here's what's exciting about that from the standpoint of all of you guys. Here's a guy that used to work at a machine shop in Riverside, or commuting from Riverside, okay? into, you know, on the 91. Has anyone driven on the 91 in the morning? Like, it should be illegal, okay? But people do it all day, right? Sending traffic. Here's a guy, you know, didn't graduate, ended up working in a particular job that put himself in a box, okay? And, you know, lack of education, lack of experience. And as a result of that, went from $8 an hour to making, you know, $8 an hour to $80,000 a month? That's not too bad, right? You know? Here's the thing. Come introduce your friends to him. You know, just be like, hey, there's this guy. You want to meet him? You know, you want to know him? Google him. Josh Denny. Okay? Google him. Watch some videos. He's all over. It's crazy. Here's what's amazing. He made millions and then lost it. And a few years ago, okay, he was getting evicted from his place down in Orange County. Yeah, but not even a few years ago. It was what? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Okay? And found himself in a very interesting place. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. So you want to make sure you're here for that. Yes? Okay. So outside of that, the only other thing I want to let you guys know about is something special we're doing right here in Los Angeles. How many guys have realized that LA is growing very quickly? Yes? Okay. Yes. So with that being said, we have a lot of brand new people that are getting started, and I know some of you, you're just like ignorance on fire. You know, like things are growing and you are like, I don't even know what's going on, you know? So what we want to do is we want to take that fire and we want to put a little bit of knowledge behind it so you can be knowledge on fire, okay? So I want you to write this down, May 18th. May 18th, Saturday, May 18th at 11 a.m., we're going to be doing a private training for Los Angeles at our home. My wife and I are going to be opening our home. It's going to be only for bronze agents and above, okay? Bronze agents and above. Now, this doesn't mean you bought the big package and you are a bronze, you can come. What it means is that you've earned your bronze qualification. Now, bronze qualification is very simple. What do you need to do? Help 2 people become a superstar. Okay, that's it. So help 2 people become a superstar. Now, every one of you can do that by May 18th if you're brand new today and you want to come to this private training. But for our bronze agents and above, write this in your notes, 11 a.m. till whenever. We're down at Redondo Beach, so we'll probably end up having a training, and then we'll probably end up going down to the pier, kicking it, dinner, and all kinds of cool stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun, all right? But the main thing that we want to do is this, is we have some major strategic elements that we're looking to implement into Los Angeles that we haven't put into place yet, and quite frankly, the reason why we haven't implemented them yet is because we didn't have enough people to do it yet. We didn't have enough leadership to do it yet. And now that we've cultivated some more leadership in this marketplace, it's time for us to be able to open up some new elements that we can add into our program to just kind of add fuel to the fire. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so we want you guys to be there because we want to teach you guys how to go out there and just literally own Los Angeles. How many of you guys are interested in that? Yes? Okay. Now, why do you want to own LA? Because you guys know that we opened in 5 countries already. We opened in Mexico, Puerto Rico. We opened in Canada, South Korea, obviously the US. We've got countries opening this year, or by the early parts of next year. Australia, Japan, the Philippines. It looks like Colombia is coming pretty quick too. Brazil's in conversation. Where else are we looking at right now, okay? So, Dominican Republic coming very soon. So, why is this important? Because people in LA know people everywhere. Okay? So the biggest group you can build here, you by default take over the world by building a group here.
Yeah.
Because what happens if you build a network here, when your network grows in Los Angeles, when we open in Italy, guess what? There are people here that know people in Italy. So your network expands worldwide just by default. So we want to teach you guys how to do that. Are we good on that? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's going to be taking place. So real quick, what we want to do is this. Are we good? Are we good? Oh, we're so good. These have probably been here for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's going to want me to pay attention? No? Oh, so, what we want to do is we want to recognize some individuals, but to do so, I'm going to bring back up one of the leaders here in the Los Angeles marketplace, in the Southern California marketplace, to go over some of this information and just kind of share with you guys, recognize some of the individuals for their accomplishments over this last week. And then we have an amazing training here today that you're going to get a chance to hear from my wife to go over really how to make sure you get the biggest bang for your buck in ours out of you using secret products for yourself and for the people that you're demonstrating and sharing them with. Sound good? Okay, so without any further ado, please help me welcome back to the front of the room one of our top silver agents, the leader of the MIH marketing team here, Mr. Christian Rosario.
Exciting stuff, right? Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So what we're going to do right now, this is my favorite part of the event. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and just recognize a few people here that are doing a phenomenal job here in the last 7 days in the last week. So what we're going to do is we're going to push forward here real quick and recognize these people here before we get into our products. Mr. DJ, Steve. Hey, do you have the slide for this, or we're just going to go into the products?
No, recognition.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do you have a recognition slide? Do you have a recognition slide?
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to recognize if you, right, this evening have retailed more than $100 in secret product in the last 7 days. I want you guys to stand up. I want to recognize you real quick. All right, just give a round of applause for these people. They're doing a phenomenal job. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations. Perfect. And I want to go ahead and just recognize the people in the last week. If you have introduced the products or the opportunity to somebody brand new, I want you to stand up. I want to recognize you here real quick. That should be everybody in the room. That should be everyone. If you're a secret agent, if you have introduced the product or the opportunity to somebody, yes, congratulations. You're doing a great job. Okay. And if you signed up a new agent in the last week, right? If you signed up a new agent in the last week, I want to recognize you. I want you to go ahead and stand up. If you, wow, look at all these people. Man, you're white and strong, man. Amazing stuff. Congratulations. Okay, well, here's the kicker, right? If you introduced, right, and you signed somebody up in the last week, if you brought them here this evening to Secret University, I want you and your new agent, I want you to come up. I want to go ahead and recognize you. I want to hear about you too. So go ahead and just come up and bring your new agent up here. Go ahead. Who else? Don't be shy. If you brought somebody, yes. Dr. Wang, let's make it happen. Wow. All right. So what I want to do is I want to introduce Dr. Alan Wang, and what he's going to do is he's going to introduce his new agent, right? And what product did you love best? Okay? Well, Dr. Wang, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, this is my friend Ashley, and I showed her the M4 magnetic mask.
All right, where you from, Ashley?
San Pedro.
San Pedro in the house, ladies and gentlemen. You're up for Ashley, brand new secret agent. Wonderful.
Hi, Baldwin. It's my new agent, Alfred. He tried what was it? He tried the mud soap. That one was good.
Nice. Mud soap. And where you from, Alfred?
I'm from Oxnard.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, far.
Oxnard in the house. Give it up. One. All right, so go ahead and just move forward here.
I'm Ian. This is my guest. This is Derek from Jones.
Hello, people. Curly. My first night here. Just signed up with you guys. The ladies to stay down and just keep your hands off. It's a good product.
Steve Monroe, I got 2 new agents here tonight. Cordian is an incredible mechanic, so if you need anybody to work on your car, he can definitely help you out with that. But being a mechanic, his favorite product is obviously the salt and oil to take care of his hands. And then my good friend Dominic here also. And Dominic's favorite product is also the salt and oil scrub. So where are you guys from?
From Palmdale, California.
Lancaster, California.
And these secret agents, welcome. Oh, wonderful. So this is Mickey. She's shy to come up, but she's doing a phenomenal job. Let's hear from her.
Hi, this is my new agent, Lisa, is my niece, and she's going to tell you what software is coming into. My aunt? No, I'm using the cleansing line, and I love it. I think it's amazing. Hello.
Wonderful. Let's give it up for these new agents. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, so what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to go ahead and call up, right? If I could have the Royales and above, I'm going to go ahead and just share the floor here with you guys because I want to recognize some people here that are doing a great job. That's ranked advance. Wow. Perfect. We have a galaxy of stars, you guys. Right? Perfect. All right. Perfect. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and introduce to you a new star here in the LA marketplace. This lady is just making things happen in a major way. I want to bring up Angelica Pasache. Yes. All right. And if I could have Reese Lowe. Reese Lowe, she's a new star. Perfect. And we have a superstar, ladies and gentlemen, a superstar in the house. So Monique, HR. Monique. All right. And also a superstar, she's double dipping tonight, Rizzy Lowe. All right, let's give her a round of applause. All right, so we're gonna go and take a quick snapshot. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the new stars and superstars. All right, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, man, this is such a momentous occasion. Why? Because we have another bronze agent in the LA marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just an exciting time. I want to go ahead and recognize Mikey Sparks. Mikey Sparks. All right, Mikey Sparks, we're going to go ahead and pin you. All right. Ooh. And we want to hear from you, Mikey Sparks. Why are you such a spark plug? Why are you such a fireball? Man, you're making things happen. All right. What a last name, man. What a last name like that, you got to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? So, Mikey, let me just go ahead and just hear from you and your background and how long you've been in secret and, you know, why you're such a champion.
Hi, I'm Mikey Sparks.
Yeah!
I've been in secret for a month. Wow. And some days.
Some days.
And yeah, at first I was really skeptical about this. Because, you know, skincare. I use soap. Try everything. So I didn't really try it first. I signed up first. They're like, oh, you had to sign up. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, here, I have ADHD. I have ADD. So yeah, it's kind of like sometimes I repeat words that I say, and I don't really like think about it first. So. Right now, I just want to thank everyone we're Fresh and Ink family.
Yeah!
How about anyone else? Thank you, Travis and Stephanie.
Yeah!
Thank you so much. You actually woke me to this once-a-week fancy-looking kid.
Congratulations. Yeah! All right, congratulations. Thank you. All right, let's take a picture real quick.
Yes!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our recognition for this evening. Let's give everybody a round of applause for doing such a phenomenal job. All right, you guys, so this is the moment in time that we've been waiting for right here, right now, right? We have the #1 lady in the house right now. She's gonna go ahead and just train us a little bit about the products, right? Would you guys agree the products are amazing? Yes. Well, this lady here is just doing a wonderful job. She's also the better half of Jessie McPherson, right? And she's doing a great job because of the fact that she's also a cabinet member. She's also an agency member, and you know, we're going to go ahead and get some wise words from her why she's such a champion. So let's go ahead and give her a round of applause. Without further ado, Miss Patricia McPherson.
I have 3 rings. Well, thank you guys for having me up here, and you know, congratulations to everybody that was here this week. and getting promoted and going out there and doing the right work, because that's what it's all about. So if you didn't get recognized here today, just make sure that you make that a commitment for next week to walk the stage for something, to stand up for something, because that just means that you went out there, you did some activity, you saw some results. Okay, and we definitely want to congratulate you guys for that. So can we just give them a whole round of applause again? So I'm excited to be here today with you guys, and for those of you guys that I haven't had a chance to meet yet, my name is Patricia McPherson, you know, like Christian said, and thank you so much for him. Obviously, you know, we put on these events here for you guys. Nobody gets paid. We have a lot of volunteers that actually do this on a weekly basis. They get here early. They put up everything that you see here. We put everything away once you leave. You know, we have the products. So it's a team effort. And that's what I love so much about this kind of business. It's not just one person, 2 people, 3 people. It's a group of people. It's a community doing it together. So can we give them a round of applause? I feel grateful today. It was actually my post on Twitter. I don't know why I said that, but you know, I just posted. I don't know. There's something about today that just made me feel so grateful. I don't know what's going on, and you know, why I really love this part, and I love doing this training because the products is the basis for everything that we do. You know, a lot of the people that you saw across the stage here today, they said, I don't know what I was doing. I don't even know anything about skincare. I use soap. But why are they going out there and getting promoted and doing this stuff? It's because it's simple. You can demonstrate it. If you put this on somebody, you don't need to know that it has nanotechnology. You don't need to know all the science behind it. All you need to know is that it removes your grandma's wrinkles. Okay? That's pretty much all that you need to know. Once they see the results on their face with their own 2 eyes, then it's very easy for them to actually want to buy it, to convert from whatever it is that they're using. I didn't know anything about skincare either when I got started here. I was using some of their products because I saw it at a kiosk. I got stopped. They demoed the nail care kit on me. I walked away with 3 boxes because 2 were for a gift. And I've been using it ever since. And so I was using some other body stuff, and so I was familiar with the brand. So when my sister actually called us and told us about it, I was already in love with the product. So I was already using it, okay? I didn't use a lot of their facial stuff, and for me, I didn't even know serums existed. I didn't do anything for my eyes, separate than I would do anything for my face. I just knew I had to wash my face and I had to moisturize. That was my regimen. That's all that I did, okay? One of the things that I did know was that skincare has a very high level of loyalty. And so that was what it was for me. Before Secret, I used the same skincare line for about 7 years. So then all I knew when I saw this was all I want is a bunch of people like me that are going to fall in love with Secret and use it for the next 7 years to come. And whether they buy a bar of soap or they buy our Recover, which is our most expensive product, either way, I'm going to get a piece of that sale. And that's what made sense to me, because that means beach money, okay? That means going to Costa Rica for 2 weeks with 90 people in your team to celebrate having a good life, right? That's what that means. And so that's all that I want, and you have to keep it simple. So today, the training is a lot different than what you've seen it before. I'm only going to go through a couple of slides with you guys. Then after that, we're actually going to have some product testimonials. So those of you guys that have those product testimonials, get ready. Because I think that the story shares so much more and shows the power of our products versus me sitting up here and showing you a bunch of science and technicalities behind it. That's important for some people, maybe like Dr. Allen, that really cares about that stuff, you know? And for him, it's very powerful. But for somebody like me and most of us in this room, we don't go to the store and grab a moisturizer from Aveeno and a moisturizer from who knows what else and start comparing formulas. We don't know what that means, okay? We just know how it makes us feel. Does that make sense? Yes. So, really quickly, before we get into the products and the testimonials, I want to share with you guys a little bit about facts about the skin, okay? Just to get you to understand a little bit about the products that you're utilizing. If you have a notepad or a paper, I advise you to take notes because you probably are not going to remember anything that I say unless you do that. And the way that I learned this business was, especially the products, the way I'm going to explain it to you, was the way that it was explained to me a year and a half ago. And this is what I did. Before I went to every single wall party, before I went to every presentation, all I did was skim through those notes. When I went in to do the presentation, I only really remembered 50% of that. But the second time, I reread them, I remembered a little bit more. The third time, by the 5th time, I had already memorized everything that I needed to know. By that time, you start incorporating and changing it to fit your own style. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yes. But if you don't write anything down, when you go home, you're going to forget everything I just told you. Okay? Write the stories down. Write the testimonials. Okay? That's really what's going to help you here share this product. Okay? But facts. The skin is the largest organ of the human body. Averages 9 to 7 pounds. So if you want to lose some weight, just lose your skin. Okay? That really helps you very quickly. I put this picture up here because it's actually moss that's growing on her body. I thought it was significant to the fact that a lot of people you know, I love the way that Josh Steady first explained it when I was looking at the company. He said, if I were to spill something on your clothes right now, you would run to the bathroom to try to wash it, especially if it's something that you know is going to stain. We worry more about a t-shirt that probably cost us 10 bucks than taking care of our skin. And yet something we put on our skin that actually can affect our health and the longevity of our skin, we actually don't rush to give it that same importance. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I was like, that really made a lot of sense to me. I didn't really ever thought about that. I knew that there were some products that were better for your skin than others, but I never really took the time to learn which those were. Okay? So I also ran into a lady. I'm going to share a lot of story with you guys because after being in the business for 1.5 years, I've accumulated a bunch of funny stories of people that have told me about their testimonials with the products. And one of them being that there was this lady, and she kept telling me how she only washes her face every 3rd day. And I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I was like, why would you do such a thing? And she says, because I'm so dry that if I wash my face every day, it just makes it extremely dry, and then she has like acne, all these other problems. And I was like, well, maybe it's what you're using that's causing that problem. Maybe you have acne is because you're actually not washing the stuff every single day. Think about this. Who wears glasses in the room? A lot of people I see. Okay, and at the end of the night, before you go to sleep or the next morning, what do you have to do to those glasses? Clean them. Why? Because they're dirty, okay? And you probably have to clean them multiple times a day, right? I don't wear glasses, I wear sunglasses, but every single time I get in my car, I have to clean them. So if that ends up in your glasses, imagine what ends up on your skin. But because we don't see them, we don't even think about it. So this lady who's only washing her face 3 times a day, imagine all the junk that's on her face. She's got clogged pores, I mean, it's a mess. And then she doesn't touch it. And then all she does is put water on it. Doesn't even use soap. So I was like, maybe that's why you're breaking out. Maybe that's why you have challenges with your skin. So then that made sense to her, and then she started using some of the products. But that's the kind of people you're going to encounter out there. They're crazy, okay? All right? So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your skin, okay? Using the right products. Functions of the skin. Prevent factors that can harm your body, prevents water loss and dehydration, maintain body temperature, take in information from the environment. So your skin does so much more than anything else. Okay, your skin, like you see on the video that we show initially, protects everything that's already inside our body, okay? But we tend to disregard it. A lot of people take care better of their hair than they do of their skin, or their teeth than they do of their skin. You know, the skin is exactly the same way. If you take care of it, it won't age as much, okay? If you brush your teeth every day, hopefully you're doing it because you plan on keeping them, okay? My grandpa was close to 90 when he passed away. He had all his original teeth, okay? And that's because he took care of them all the time, I hope, all right? Or that's just good genes, in which case, good for me, all right? So, but that's what it is. We do these things that are preventative to make sure that actually things last longer. If you take care of your skin, you're gonna look better longer, okay? Then there's more layers to the skin than this, but these are the 2 that we focus on because these are the ones that we actually treat through our products. So you have the epidermis and the dermis. The way it works is that your skin cells are actually at the bottom. As they rise through the skin layers, by the time they reach the top, it's already dead, okay? And if you don't clean that dead skin and you let it accumulate there, that's what causes your wrinkles, that's what causes discoloration from your skin. It can cause a lot of skin challenges. It comes from not removing that dead dry skin that's just sitting there on your face. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're exfoliating. There's actually a picture ahead that shows the difference between them. So these are just some of the skin conditions that obviously Jesse already covered. You have psoriasis, eczema, acne, and rosacea, which are some of the ones that most commonly you're going to encounter when talking to people about Secret. How many of you guys that you've been in the business for a little while encounter anybody that you've met that you didn't even know had eczema? Yeah. Or psoriasis? Yeah. Or, well, acne, but, you know, unless it's acne, we don't see that. All right? So that was me. I didn't even know so many people had these conditions until I started doing this business. Because nobody comes up to you and they're like, you know, hi, Robert, nice to meet you. By the way, I have eczema on my thigh. Nobody says that, okay? They try to hide it. And usually those are people that, now you might start thinking about it, they never wear they never wear short sleeves, or they never wear shorts, because it's something that's painful, and obviously you don't want to show it, unless it's in your face, okay? So now you're actually going to start noticing that a little bit. And then there's 4 main skin types: oily, combination, dry, or mature, okay? Now, what I want to do here, because I'm not going to go through any of the other slides, I want this to be a little bit more interactive. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit, let some people come up here and share with you guys their testimony with the products. Now write their stories down because this is somebody that you can actually use. These events are powerful because next time you bring a guest, let's say for example, you know that they suffer from acne, remember who these people were that had acne before they started using Secret and introduce them to that person. Or eczema, or any of these other conditions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, help me welcome these people up to share the testimony with you guys. So what I want, hello? So what I want you guys to do is just share your name, your background, just a little bit about Secret and what product was it that you used that changed your mind about what Secret does for you. There you go.
Well, I'm Karina Alexandra, first of all, and I wanted to share with you guys my story. Personally, I went on a trip with my mom to Cabo, and it was an all-inclusive, you know, where you get to drink all you want, eat all you want, all the buffets. And really quick, my story is not that exciting as the one I'm going to tell about my uncle, so sorry if I told two. But I put on the peeling gel when I got back because I noticed I got a little zit, and normally I don't have any, you know, zit problems. I put on the peeling gel and the next day, it was gone. Okay? And now my uncle, not a believer of Secret, I got him to try the salt and oil scrub because his hands were so bad, they were literally black because he works at a warehouse, and so therefore he's always carrying pallets. And I said to him, Uncle, don't you realize that the stuff, the black stuff on your hands might cause cancer? I mean, you don't know. You really don't know. So what you need to do is you need to start using the salt and oil scrub. Well, I got him to purchase the salt and oil scrub and the body butter. Next thing you know, my cousin calls me up and says, hey, my dad's hands, he finally listened to you. I'm so happy he listened to you because they're finally improved. She goes, I wish I would have taken a picture. And I thought to myself, sheesh, so do I. But now I'm going to make him send me one, most definitely. So that's it. That's my story. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Ovalle. And my first experience with the product actually was at one of the events in Anaheim. I had tried the magnetic mud mask, but my personal experience with like a product that really worked on my skin, I suffered from acne at the age of 24. I'm 27 now, and I mean, it was really bad. I had like just really bad acne around the cheek area, right? And I became vegetarian. I drank nothing but water. I tried Proactive. I tried the best products. I tried the worst products. I was about to get like laser because I was so desperate. As you guys know, that's really expensive and it's kind of scary to know what that would do to your face. So what ended up happening was I tried the mud soap. Very simple. I thought, you know what? I have nothing else that's working. Might as well. So 4 days later, day and night, red in my skin, completely gone. And I mean, let me just really quickly tell you what my skin regimen every day for my makeup was. It was green corrector, okay? I know you guys don't know what that is, but it has to cancel out the red, okay? Then you have to put on concealer to match your skin color. Then you gotta put foundation, then you gotta put powder, right? So all that stuff took me 30 minutes every single day, not even including the eyeshadow or anything else. It was a process. So going from that to using mineral makeup, minerals, I mean, yeah, okay, so yeah, you get it, but thank you.
Hello, my name is Cindy. I'm going to share my story. I'm sure you guys saw the picture at the beginning of the presentation of the foot. Yes. That was my foot. So I actually had suffered from a condition on my feet. I used to think it was because I walk barefooted. I'm like, oh no, I'm always barefoot, so my feet crack. And up until, I used to always go to CVS, all the fancy stores, got the very expensive pedicures, and nothing helped me. Like, absolutely nothing. Even the infomercials, when I saw the Miracle Cream, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta buy that. I did that, it didn't help. So, when my husband and I were introduced to Secret, and they say, hey, we have products from head to toes, I'm like, okay, so what do you have for the feet? And they were like, we have this amazing foot cream, and I'm like, I'm gonna try that. So that was my experience with the foot cream. I started using the foot cream. I actually did a week of a treatment. I did the salt and oil scrub to, take off all the dead skin of my heels, and then I did the foot cream. once at night and once a day, and I did that for a whole week, and my foot looked amazing. I mean, both of them, they look amazing. And now all I do is just maintain the foot cream, and you know, I got soft, silky feet. So that's my experience.
Hi everyone, my name is Jet Dunlap, and my experience with this business was Jesse McPherson hit me up. We know each other for a while now, and he hit me up on Facebook, asked me what I was up to, and I tried out the product. Now, I'm in the handsomeness industry. I'm a model, actor, and that was supposed to be a joke, but, but thank you. I'm a model, actor, and you know, youth is really important, but I'm also a distance runner. And so to stay in shape, if you guys know, if you're going to the gym all the time, you're running all the time, you get pretty bad skin. I had horrible acne when I was a kid. I actually had to go on Accutane twice. Does anyone know what Accutane is? So you all know. So yeah, it dried up my skin horribly. So I was prematurely aging, which isn't good, because in Hollywood, it's not really how old you are. People always say how old you are. It's how old you look. So even if you're younger and you look older, you're going to be cast as a certain role. So when I saw the product and actually used it, people started noticing. And my mother, who never looked at any business I had been in before, noticed my face was looking younger and I didn't have the fine lines that I did before and the crow's feet and the wrinkles on my forehead. So she actually got interested in the business. Then my girlfriend, then everyone else just started seeing the business from my face. And that I marketed the first 3 iPhones, okay? And I never saw anything that was this easy to show people, because they were going over to me and saying, wow, you look younger, what are you doing? My uncle actually asked me last Christmas, he said, honestly, did you have work done? And I mean, not yet. Of course, eventually, yes. But, so when you get those kind of things said to you, obviously this is a business that can spread. That's my story. Thanks, guys.
Steve Monroe, once again, you guys heard about my story about the ingrown hairs. That was kind of like my start, so thanks, Jesse, for doing that for me. I really appreciate that. But that's kind of what got me started in skincare, but that wasn't really enough to keep me passionate. I think what really keeps me passionate is what I get to give to others. One of my best friends, Patty, was talking about people you don't know that have eczema. 35 years I've known this gentleman, and he had psoriasis. Gave him some body butter, it went away. Gave his sisters the mud soap, and 5th day she calls me up, and she's like, I almost stopped using the mud soap because her skin felt tight. But she got in the shower and realized that her psoriasis was going away. So she continued to use it, and then 2 weeks later she goes to the dermatologist. She went from 85% coverage on her body to just over 10%. So she calls me kind of crying, saying, Steve, you don't understand, I don't know life without psoriasis. And like Patty was saying, she's excited this spring to be able to go out in skirts and tank tops, things like that. Yeah, you clap for that for sure. So what really got me locked in, done deal, is the story with my mom. My mom was about 5'5", she had 3 children, she couldn't lose the weight afterwards, she was about 240 pounds, had the high blood pressure, had the type 2 diabetes. Ladies, you know, statistically she was a walking time bomb for a heart attack. At any moment in time, I couldn't lose my mom. So she qualified, went and got gastric bypass surgery, lost 90 pounds, but she went from that puffy face, as she calls it, to the healthy face. But unfortunately, ladies, you know about the stretch marks. You can also get those on your face when your face is stretched out for too long. So my mom, wrap it up, had very, very wrinkled vertical lines on her face, crying coming out of the bathroom, saying, I wish I had my puffy face, but not be unhealthy. So gave my mom Recover. First week, she loved it, had amazing results. Second week, she's sitting there and she kind of giggles and she goes, this is weird. And I go, what, are you okay? She goes, yeah, I feel my heartbeat in my face. She physically felt the wrinkles lifting and the blood circulation back in her face. And then 4 weeks later, we went up to Washington and Jet, very similar. My uncle looks at my mom, knowing that she had had a tummy tuck and the bypass and all this other stuff. She looked at her face and he said, did you get work done? So definitely, the products are amazing. We love every bit of it.
You're such a good talker. So for me, hi guys, I'm MJ again. For me, the product testimonial, got introduced to the company from Dan and his brother. He was on the side, so he's the one who used acne. For me, I suffered from acne pretty much since forever. And I was like, no way, dude, that's no way that works. Give me a free mud soap then. So Dan gave me one, and I just started using that after like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This one friend I haven't seen in a while, we used to be really close, and then we stopped hanging out a little bit because she got a boyfriend. And then they broke up, so then we hung out again. And she was like, immediately when we hung out, she's like, your face looks a lot better. And I was like, well, that's just a nice way of saying I used to look bad, but just that little thing. And a couple of my other friends who've seen me before, they're like, what are you using on your face? What are you using on your face? I was like, come over when you have an hour free, I'll tell you my secret. But just those little things, just those little boosts of confidence, honestly, it's amazing, you know, like the way you look often affects the way you feel. And to get those, it's amazing, you know. I don't look like Dan, so I don't get very many compliments. But just those little compliments, they're great. This company, it's amazing. I love the product, so.
We're discovering what these products do on a regular basis. My wife and I went and took some of our friends down to Costa Rica, and if you can't tell, I'm white. So I don't tan, I burn. So I got burnt really bad, and we didn't have any aloe, but my dad was with me, and he brought his body butter. So my wife was like, well, why don't we use that? And so what she did was she put it in the refrigerator. So we put the body butter in the refrigerator, and then what we did was twice a day, all we did was just lather it up with body butter, and I mean, it was bad. And every time I go somewhere, I just get burnt. So it doesn't matter, right? So like, I know usually the recovery time on getting burned is normally like 3 or 4 days, you know, before it happens. And literally, I had no pain after using the body butter for 3 days. We just put it on in the morning, and in the evening just lathered it up, and it didn't have that sticky aloe, you know, feel afterwards because it was a moisturizer. It was great. So anybody you know that has you know, gets sunburns, body butter. That's your deal. And back to you.
What was really funny was that if you were there or you've seen any of our videos, actually the guys, all of them were burned. I'm Latin, so I don't get burned, I get a tan. But they were all burned, and then all you see is all the guys putting body butter on each other. So when you see the video, you see Joe going like this, he's all red, and Jesse's like, you know? But what was cool is because what's cool about the aloe is that it gives you that cooling effect. But because you put the body butter in the refrigerator, now you have cold body butter. So it's the most amazing thing in the world, all right? So I want to give you guys something. Obviously, that's why these stories are so powerful. Now, I want to give you guys this website. Write it down. There's a lot of before and after pictures here. In case you don't have any, you can steal them. Does this work? Put the little thingy. Oh. So facebook.com/Patricias, and then it's not going to fit, but secret. Okay? Now on there you're going to see a folder, and it's called WOW Results. Go in there, there's the stories, there's the pictures, steal the pictures, make sure that you utilize them. If you yourself have some, maybe you want to send it to me so I can post it. If you want to share, you don't have to put your whole face if you don't want people to identify you. You know, block your eyes. But make sure that you're sharing it, because that's the power behind it. If you have your page and you have a bunch of pictures, every single time you put before and after, before and after, before and after, acne, 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 that's how I get so many people that actually hit me up. It's because of that. Because once you put so many pictures, there's only so many before people are like, okay, maybe I should try this. You get what I'm saying? That's why when you see infomercials, all they do is hit you with testimonial, 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 testimonial. By 4 a.m. in the morning, you're like, I gotta buy one. Yep. And then that's what you buy. My husband and I, we don't have television, okay? So we only watch television when we go to a hotel. And so we were in Florida doing some events, and obviously because they're 3 hours ahead of us, we were sitting in the hotel, and all of a sudden all these infomercials come on. We were like, oh. It's like you're dumbfounded because they're so silly. But we bought everything. So we have the knives, we have the Vitamix, we have the all the stuff that you could possibly want. So it's exciting. All right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go over this very quickly. I told you it was going to be very different. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a product, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to share if I have any stories in regards to it. So you have to write down, like for example, this is Essential Nutrition Eye Gel, okay? Then you're going to write it as bullet points. This is going to be very easy for you to reference when you go do a presentation, okay? I'm going to tell you oily, normal, or dry, and that's all that you really need to know with the skin type, okay? I don't want to confuse you with too much information. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we're going to go very quickly, so you better write fast, okay? Shorthand. All right, so the Eye Nutrition Eye Gel. This was anything from the blue line can be used for any skin type from any age, okay? This is our basic line. So if anybody says, what do I use? You can always feel safe that you're going to refer to them the blue line. Now what's really cool about the eye gel is that it helps with the puffiness of the eyes, when people have actually those bags under the eyes. I personally like the Green Line, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that. But if anybody says, hey, I don't want to spend $109, well, here, get the eye gel. A really funny story about this one is because it has a lot of collagen inside of it, okay? The Green Line helps your body to produce it. This one just has it a part of the product. And so what happened was there was this lady that actually, she used to get a lot of work done. And her husband said, if I buy this product for you, you're not going to get any work done. And she was like, okay, cool, I'm not going to get any work done. 2 weeks later, they're in a restaurant, and the husband looks over at the table and she goes, I thought you weren't going to do anything anymore. She goes, I didn't. He goes, what's with your lips? She goes, I put the eye gel on my lips. So she has plump lips like this. I guess the eye gel plumped them up. So there you go. Intensive Moisture Night Cream. Okay, now we have two different kinds of moisturizers, day and night. If you use already a day and night moisturizer, obviously you know what it's for. I personally only use one. I don't mix between the two. My favorite one is the Blue Line Moisturizer. It's very gentle. What I love about it, if you ever use any other type of moisturizer, is that I give it the iPhone test, or the phone test, okay? When you are talking on the phone and you lift that phone from your ear, what do you see? A screen full covered of gooey stuff. And what do? You clean it against your, your pants or your shirt or wherever it is that you are, right? Well, what I noticed was after using this, in regards to what I was using before, was that as soon as I took my phone away from my face, I was like, wow, there's nothing on it. It's so light that your whole skin actually absorbs it. And that's the only difference. The night cream is actually a little bit thicker, and it's supposed to work while you're sleeping and at rest. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay? So you wouldn't use a night cream during the day because it's too strong for your face. All right, but anybody can use this kind of moisturizer. See, we're going quickly here. Mineral-rich peeling gel. Okay, now this is an exfoliator. It's really great for sensitive skin. Obviously, as you heard already, it's also good for removing pimples. But I didn't know that it was good for that. But it's really great for evening out that skin tone. This product is the one that where most people, and you'll see a lot of women where they say they stop wearing makeup. Okay, I don't wear any foundation. I don't like the way that it feels. It feels like I have cake on my face. I feel dirty, so I don't wear any foundation at all. And when I started using these products, actually my skin tone got a lot better than it was before. I didn't have bad skin, but I noticed a great difference. Okay, and that's what you'll start hearing a lot of people. Obviously, there were other people that wanted to share, but their story is the same. They used to wear a lot of makeup, then they started using the Secret products. Now they use no makeup or barely no makeup. And from what I hear, guys like that best. I don't know. All right? So the peeling gel is really great for deep level exfoliation, which basically just means removing all the dead, dry skin. Now we recommend it for your face and your neck. As you saw in the pictures earlier too, it also works on brightening your tattoos, especially color tattoos, okay? Another great thing that it does is that it actually removes calluses, whether it's in your hands or in your feet. It's another great thing that it does that, which is cool, because you can't remove calluses unless you file it off, and then your skin actually grows back a lot thicker, which is great. So that's our peeling gel. I also heard it was a great lip exfoliator, so if you try that, let me know how it goes for you, all right? Now we have the Intensive Moisture Face Cream, which we already talked about. This is basically to wear during the day for any skin type. What also I found that was interesting about this one is that, I forgot what I was going to say. I also have ADD. It'll come back to me later. Okay, the men's aftershave. It's really great for razor bumps, ingrown hairs, rashes. It is not just for men. Okay, women shave too. There's a lot of women that I have that use it in their eyebrows, if they shave their eyebrows and paint them. I have a lady that does that. A lot of guys use it in their head because they're bald. A lot of women also use it in their legs because they get razor bumps and rashes. So that's a great product for you to put there. Or I have a friend that also uses it because he likes how it smells, so he uses it instead of a cologne. Whatever floats your boat. All right? We have the hand cream. The hand cream, what's unique about it is not only that it has shea butter, but what's really cool about it is that it's a hand cream that you can actually put it on once during the day. And then after that, you can wash your hands 4 or 5 times without the need to reapply lotion. So you're saving money, you're saving time. It's really great for people who their line of work, they have to wash their hands a lot, like doctors, nurses, people who deal with hair, or people who shake a lot of hands, or you don't have to use as much, that thingy, sanitizers. You don't have to use a lot of that stuff because this actually does it for you. So in case, whenever I forget a word, it's thingamajiggy. That's my word, all right? Whenever I don't know what to say, it's a thingamajiggy, all right? So that's what's really cool about shea butter. Miss Tiffany Malott actually has a great story about how her daughter, who's 4 years old, when she goes to school, she actually, before she goes into class every single morning, she goes, Mom, can I have my hand cream? Because she puts it on. Little kids, they make them wash their hands like 1,000,000 times a day so that they don't spread germs, right? Well, now she doesn't feel dry anymore. All she does is put the hand cream once a day. Is that cool or what? Yeah. Then obviously you heard from Miss Cindy Denny. She has the foot cream, okay? Now my sister, that was a big testimonial for me, for those of you guys that have heard the story. My sister, I had used some of their body stuff, I never used this. So when my sister called me about the products, this was my question to her. I said, do they have feet stuff? She was like, yes. And I said, does it work? Because she had the same problem that Cindy had. And we all test the product line depending on what's wrong with us. If I have wrinkles, the line is only good if the recover works. If I have problems with my feet, the line is only good if the foot cream helped me with my feet. You know what I'm saying? So I said, do they have feet stuff? She said, yes. I said, does it work? She said, yes. And I was like, okay, cool. And that was it. That was my testimonial, because I knew my sister wasn't going to lie to me. But what's really cool, it has that tea tree oil. It's an antifungal, okay? It's not only good for that. Some people, if you have rougher elbows, it's also good for that area of your body because it's the same kind of skin type, okay? So they can do that as well. Then you have the apricot seed. Now this is my favorite product. We'll have questions. I'm actually going to have Q&A at the end, okay? So I'm going to go through this very quickly, because most of the stuff you'll learn is through the questions that other people ask. But this is the peeling milk with apricot seeds, okay? This is my favorite product. I use this all day, every day, and I'm not lying. I use it twice a day. You're not supposed to exfoliate twice a day, but I do it anyway. And it's very gentle, and that's why I do it. So what this does is a more gentle exfoliation versus the peeling gel. The peeling gel, 2 to 3 times a week. This one, I can actually use it every single day, okay? And it's just more of a gentle exfoliation for those of you guys that actually like the feeling of the little seeds against your skin, okay? Then you have the body lotion. Now I have an interesting story about this one. My aunt, she came to visit me for the first time from Colombia a couple of months ago. And I gave her a bunch of product and she took it to Colombia, and then she sent me an email. And her email basically says, she actually sent me another email today asking me to send her more product. And she was asking me to send her the body lotion. She lives in Capurganá, which is a very tropical, well, it's just jungle. There's no streets, there's no cars, there's no cell phones, there's no nothing, okay? It's just jungle. And so obviously being a jungle, there's a lot of, bugs. And so she said that this is the best bug repellent she's ever had. Why? I have no idea. But she's like, send me a bunch of those, all right? So, babe, next time we should take this for our jungle traveling. When? At this time, I don't know. Don't confuse me, ADD, squirrel. All right. Mineral rich, okay, so bug repellent. So body butter on your travels, and milk and honey body lotion, all right? So mineral rich clarifying mud mask. This is for somebody who has more of a normal to oily skin, okay? Or people who have acne, eczema, any of those conditions that we talked about. Again, it's really great for anywhere. Anything you do on your face, you want to tell people to do on their neck, okay? You don't want somebody to have a 40-year-old face, 80-year-old neck, okay? You want them to be even, alongside with their bodies. But you see a lot of pictures of people that actually have a lot of results with their acne or anything. It's from this mask right here. It has a lifting effect to it, which is great. If you ever hear Tim Herr talk about his story, he basically says that, you're supposed to wash it off after 10 minutes. But let's say, for example, you have a little kind of pimple that's about to break out, especially if it's right in front of your nose. We don't want that, right? So what you do is you grab a little of the mud mask, you put it there, you put Band-Aid on top of it, you go to sleep, the next day you wake up, no more pimple. Alright? So that's cool. I actually had something, because, when you have bangs, because I just got bangs, when you touch your face a lot, I don't like hair in my face. And so you start seeing like a little bit over here, and I was like, let me try this Tim Herr thing. And I put it there, no pimple the next day. Isn't that awesome? So now you know. Alright? Kill it before it starts. Then obviously the mud soap. Now the mud soap, there's a lot of testimonials about the mud soap. It's amazing because for people who, like he said, I just use soap. Awesome. Well, here's a better kind of soap for you to use. It's simple enough and gentle enough to use all over your body, from head to toe. Really great for this product here. For $7, if you buy, one of the packages that we have that have them in bulk, if you have anybody that has eczema, psoriasis, acne, just give it to them as a gift. Because if somebody tries this soap and they see results, they're your customer for life. Because as you tell the people across the stage, most of these people that have psoriasis and acne, how many of you guys had seen that commercial that came out a little while ago for, I believe, eczema? Where is that guy in a little food truck, and he starts talking about his eczema, and then it's a pill or something that they get. But then for the last like 30 seconds of the commercial, all they do is talk about all the symptoms that he's gonna get from using this. So it's like, I'm trading my eczema for potentially a heart attack, like, oh, that's a deal, okay? No, and it's internal, but with this, it's external. It's something simple. It's a bar of soap made out of mud. So do you think that they would rather have that or this? And for $7, they could be your lifelong customer. And one of the things I know is that if somebody has eczema, they probably know other people that have eczema. So they will refer you. So this is the thing that I give the most. And also even people that don't have eczema. People get addicted to this thing like there's no tomorrow. I know I am. I love my med soap. And to reference the tightness of the skin, it's a clarifier. Just like the mud mask, your skin will feel dry. So you need to recommend people and let them know to use a moisturizer. Because if they use the soap and then they feel tight or dry, they're going to be like, I don't want to use that. You know what I'm saying? But if I already told you to use a moisturizer, you're like, okay, cool, now I know. And now they're good to go. All right? So just let them know that their skin will be dry after using the mud soap. Just as any mud product. Then you have your body butter. Now your body butter is from your neck down. Okay? It's not for your face, man. Okay? It's too thick. It will make you break out. Okay? It's body butter, not face butter. Okay? So you want to make sure that you use it for your neck down. And obviously it's body butter. Then you have your salt scrub. Now your salt scrub, I actually want to show this picture after I share with you guys this. It's great for bathing. You know, fill up your bathtub, throw the salt in there, and it's basically like you're bathing in the Dead Sea. Now, one of the great things for that is if you have muscle aches, or if you're inflamed, or if you just finished working out, or if you're Cindy and I waiting in the border of Mexico for 2 hours in heels because we didn't even think about it. All right, we were in Tijuana this weekend, and we walked in, and so we had to wait in line to come back, and we were on the short line that didn't have 800 people in it. Okay, and so we're the only ones in high heels waiting there pulling this luggage, you know, for hours. By the time we were done, I had my feet were horrible. But all I kept thinking about was like, I just want to go home and put my feet in salt scrub, right? So that's what you want to do. I also put it in my grandma. She had some surgery on her shoulder. What I did was I wet the salt and I packed it on top of her shoulder. After that, she didn't have any more pain, okay? So you want to make sure that, you know, if somebody's inflamed or anything like that, or arthritis, it's really good for that. Or to soak your feet. Now, one of the pictures that I had here is of one of the ladies that came to one of my wall parties, and she told me her story about how her daughter had actually gotten an allergic reaction to the pesticides on a banana. Okay? So bananas are dangerous for you people, all right? Don't trust that banana. So that's her. Did you see that? You can't really tell that good because of the glare. But basically, you'll adjust it. So what it is that her whole mouth is cracking. That right there is an open wound. She's 4 years old. She went to different dermatologists, and all they did was give her, stuff. And it was really bad for her. After 4 months, no results. It was so bad that they thought it was an internal challenge, so they changed her diet. Okay? Oh. So they thought it was an internal challenge. So when she came, as most people do, they say, well, why not try something else? I've tried everything anyway. So when she came, she told me that her daughter had a rash. Okay, that is not a rash, that's an open wound, but that was all I knew, right? So I told her, I was like, well, the simplest product that we have, the most organic, the Dead Sea salt. Put it in a bowl and grab a towel, just damp the towel and pat it on her lip because I didn't want her to drink it. This is not for your margaritas, people. every fall party, somebody always like, actually I was at a wall party in San Diego on this weekend, and the lady leans over to the other guest and she goes, bring the margaritas. And as soon as she said that, I'm telling that joke where I'm like, not about your margaritas, and then they both start cracking up. And I'm like, so it's not to eat, okay? We'll burn your mouth. I've tried it, trust me, okay? I never promote anything unless I've experimented it myself, all right? So that's the mouse, right? So she goes home, she does this. A week later, she comes to another presentation of mine just to show me these pictures, okay? So this is at 11 p.m. that night. She did this. That's how her daughter woke up the next day. After she did that again, that's that afternoon. And then, that's not even 24 hours later. From 4 months of not knowing what was wrong with it, to only 24 hours later, with a product as simple as a salt. What if this was your 4-year-old? Isn't that crazy? Now, what was shocking to me was that I thought it had burned her because it was an open wound. And what was shocking was that she said, in comparison to everything that the doctors had given her, she was in so much pain before that this was like nothing. Okay? So I mean, that's the power that you have here to be able to do that. Okay? So that's the salt spray. Then you have your cleanser and your toner. Simple way to remember. The cleanser cleans on the outside, the toner cleans on the inside. Okay? A lot of people don't clean inside their pores, and then they still have challenges with their skin. Okay? So you want to make sure that you do both. People who have acne, the toner is awesome. My stepmom actually used to have really bad acne when she was young, because you could tell because she had the acne scars. Okay? And afterwards, her family, who's in Colombia through Skype, started complimenting her on her skin. And I was actually in Colombia at the time, and they were like, what is she using? And I was like, well, let me ask her, because I knew she was using Secret, but I didn't know which products. And she told me that the only thing she was using was the mud soap and the toner. And that really almost got rid of her acne scars that she had on her face. So that was pretty cool. And then obviously the milk, which is very gentle. And it's more for somebody who has dry skin. If somebody says they have oily, recommend the mud soap. If somebody says that they're dry, recommend the milk. Okay? And both can be used with the toner. Then we had the mineral soap, which somebody skipped out on their testimonial. Next time. The mineral soap. The mineral soap is for your body only. Neck down, okay? It's really great for babies. It's hypoallergenic. It's 100% natural. And it comes in different scents, which is great. So it's only for your body. We've seen some people that have results that have eczema or psoriasis. I personally don't use the soap. I use the mud soap all the time, but some people just want something that's 100% natural, hypoallergenic. So if that's what they want, they can actually go ahead and do this. One thing on your notes is basically that anything that has a little leaf on it, okay, that means we're paraben free. We're about 98% and going towards being 100. Fancy word for just a preservative, okay? We want things without preservatives. It's been linked to causing cancer. It hasn't been proven or disproven, but because we didn't need them anyway, we just removed them, which is really cool. So if anybody ever says that they have a problem with that, then now you say we don't have it, okay? Now to move into our green line. Our green line is very simple to explain. Basically, everything that I just explained to you in your blue line, we have in the green line, okay? With the exception that we have in eye serum and in eye cream. Now, for those of you guys that know anything about the green line or seen any of the pictures, those are the ones that get rid of all the dark circles, bags under the eyes within minutes, okay? That's my favorite product. I don't go anywhere without the eye cream or eye serum. You know, when I've been doing a lot of traveling to Korea, and to Mexico, and to all parts of the country, right? And when I get off that plane, it's a 12-hour plane ride, okay, straight there. And they're thinking I'm gonna like look all crazy, you know? And when I get off, they're like, wow, you look so refreshed. And that's like, because before I get off the plane, I'm like, you know? And I look like $1 million, all right? But that's what's so amazing about it. And the whole point of the technology is actually to help your body heal itself from inside. Okay, so it's not putting anything inside that you already don't want, which is collagen production. Okay? And so that's what the peptide technology does. Two things. One, it helps your body to produce collagen. Okay? Stimulate collagen production. Number two, it helps and acts as a mini Botox. So when you apply these creams to your face, it helps them relax. So when you smile or you frown, you don't contract those muscles as much, which means you don't accumulate dead, dry skin. Okay? Which is what we're trying to avoid, always, okay? And there's a lot of brand new people here today, so I'm going to share with you guys a joke. Is that okay? Because you all look like you like having a good time, all right? So why do women usually get the wrinkles in the two, they call it the 11 right here, and the men usually get the wrinkles in their forehead? Do you guys know why? Because the women go, where's the money? And the men go, I don't know. It's true in our household. So that's exactly what it does. It helps you get rid of all those fine lines and wrinkles that you don't want, okay? It helps prevent them. It's for people that are in the baby boomer generation, but people like, for example, for me, I don't have wrinkles, okay, not that many anyway, but I use some of their products. Why? Because I'd rather prevent than fix once I get them, right? So it just makes a lot of sense. And if you are in a skincare company, people are going to expect you to have good skin, okay? It would be weird if you didn't, all right? You're like, then you must not be using them, you know? Anyway, so that's the green line, okay? Everything that we have in the blue line, everybody has a part of the green line. One great product that's a part of the green line, which I think doesn't get demoed as much, is our thermal mask, okay? Our thermal mask is a mask that actually heats up when you mix it with water. And why would you want something like that? Because when you heat up something, it opens up your pores and it allows the product to actually have a deeper level of penetration through your skin layers. So very simple. How do I demo that? Well, all you do is you grab a little bit of it, you put it on their wrist, okay? And then you grab a little bit of water. When they mix it, it automatically heats up. Okay? And they're like, ooh, this is cool. That mask is cool. It's a 5-minute mask and it does everything all the other ones do in one hit. Exfoliates, cleanses, hydrates, moisturizes, and cleans in 5 minutes. Do that once, go in the shower, you're out. And it's one of the ones that actually has the most peptide technology inside of it, which is pretty cool. Okay? It goes underused. Make sure that you're demoing that if you have the green line. In your wall parties too. You know, the same as we demo everything. And then the last two products we have are M4. Our M4 obviously is the one that you remove with a magnet. If you're a guest here today and you didn't get a chance to see this, make sure that you tell the person who invited you to see it. It's pretty cool. When have you ever seen a magnet come up with a mask? A magnet come up with a mask. A mask come up with a magnet, okay? Not that often, okay? It's a deep hydrator, okay? This one is really cool, I love to say. It's great for people who have black heads, white heads, purple heads, yellow heads, whatever kind of heads you have, okay? What's cool about it is the mask actually penetrates into your skin. When you put the magnet on top of it, it actually pulls everything out, with it being your blackheads and your whiteheads, which is the most annoying thing in the world. If you've ever used those little strips that you buy in a CVS or something and you pull it out, it's kind of cool because you see the little creatures going like, oh, you know, but, you know, but then they're still there. You're like, what? You know, it didn't work. But with this, my aunt said it the best. She has one of those mirrors that's like a 15X, and she goes, Mija, I don't know what that translates in English, but she said, it's like those Play-Doh toys that little kids have, where you put the Play-Doh and you squeeze it out. She's like, it was like, and that's what she said it looked like. And I was like, thanks, Aunt. All right. So it's really, really cool. I tried it on a couple of people where they didn't want, you know, I try things on people that it's their challenge. Okay, if they don't want to do their whole face, they don't have to do their whole face. Let me just do your nose. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of bend in with them. Okay? Then you have the Recover. Now the Recover obviously is the product that most of us like to demo because it shows such drastic results. One tip, don't demo it on people that aren't wrinkly. Okay? You're wasting your product. Okay? Because they're not going to see anything. And especially those people that are like, what are you talking about? I have like a wrinkle right there. And I'm like, you have nothing. Okay? You're crazy. Okay? Most successful wow party. My new agent, I tell them, make sure there's a wrinkly person there. Okay? Bring your grandma or your neighbor or somebody with wrinkles. Okay? And a couple things about it. Okay? Make sure that you activate it. Okay? I've had people that don't read the directions and they try to put it on while it's still in paste form. They're like, this is so hard to spread. Because you didn't activate it. This didn't work. No job, okay? So make sure they activate it. Number 2, no, you cannot save it for later. You have to use the whole thing once you open it, okay? Number 3, make sure that the easiest use, if you're doing it, go up. So it actually goes in the wrinkle versus going down, okay? It's not something that's, you know, but if you want to see better results, okay? Now, what's really cool about the Recover? In Korea, every time I'm there, and I've been there twice, I get asked every single day, all day, can I use the Recover multiple times a day? Okay? My answer to that was no. Because, well, there's a lot of reasons. But from one of our last visits to Arizona, actually, there was a woman who I guess lives in Israel, and she was going to some fancy party or, I don't know, graduation meeting, I don't know, and she wanted to look like $1,000,000. So she put on the Recover, all of them, all at the same time. And she saw such drastic results that she sent her pictures and her story to our company in Israel. And so when the scientists got it, they started being like, oh, why is this? So they started researching for the last couple of months and getting facts about what was happening. So this is what they found out. They wanted to see how many recoveries can you use in one day where the results no longer happen. And this is what they found. What they found was that you can use 4. If you use 4 all at the same time, well, not all at the same time, I'm going to explain, okay? But 4 on the same day, you can drastically see almost 10 years younger. So what you do is you put it on your face, you wait the 20 minutes, you wash it off, you wait about half an hour for the product to actually finish doing what it's doing, then you do the other one, then you wash it, and you get the point. Does that make sense? Not all 8. All 8, after 4, you don't see nothing. Okay? Obviously, if I put it on myself, I'm gonna look the same. Actually, I did it I've done it on my neck before, but Jesse and I did it for the first time the other day. And you do feel your face, your heart palpitating on your face. It's like you should try it, it's cool. And, but that's what you found. So if you have somebody that says, hey, I want to use this, and I want to use it multiple times a day, sure, don't use more than 4. Another cool thing, if you've seen Facebook, it works on stretch marks. Now, not a product I would recommend because it's very expensive, but it does work on stretch marks. There was this woman, she put it all over her belly, and afterwards she didn't have as many stretch marks, okay? But for women who, that's their major thing. I mean, there's whole companies just on reducing stretch marks, okay? Whole companies on it. Now we also have, not only can you look good on your face, on your neck, but also remove the stretch marks off your belly. I mean, that's amazing. So, so that's the Recover. So obviously, we don't even know what the products are capable of. There's just so many things that every single time we're getting news story after news story after news story after news story of things that these products can actually do, which is amazing, okay? So that's what we encourage you guys, to encourage your new agents to have before and afters, to actually take those, to kind of write down their journey through their, through their products, because those stories are the ones that are going to actually help you sell. And I know that we're here and we love when we bring new people to the business, but the people who are our clients, who are our preferred customers, that is the longevity of our business. That is walk away money. People who are going to buy the same product for 7 years like me, okay? Because people will join your business, they will come and they will quit. But a preferred customer who's happy with their products will last you forever, okay? So I know it's 9:35. I'm only going to take about 3 questions to help you because I promised for those of you guys, but I don't want to go over the time too much. So if I can only have like 3 questions, and you raise your hand and I know that he had a question back there. There.
Okay, I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. The M4 had a spa party. One of my people had Dime eczema on their side. Put the M4 on there, and it disappeared before our eyes.
Wow. Abdominal eczema, M4.
Dime eczema.
Dime eczema?
Yeah, and it disappered. It
disappeared before your eyes.
Yep.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, she was like scared. Like, what is this magic stuff you're doing?
It's witchcraft.
Yeah.
Well, the M4 is an interesting mask. Obviously, it's for people with dry skin because it has a lot of essential oils, okay? But because it's a cool product, people with oily skin still want to use it. So if you have extremely oily skin, I wouldn't recommend it anyway, but this is something that you can do. There's 2 types of oily. There's the oily because you're oily, or there's the oily because you're actually dry, but your body's overcompensating for the oils that you don't have by overproducing them. So when you actually put something with oils on it, it regulates your skin and it makes you normal. Does that make sense? Got it. So, for somebody who's oily, when you put this mask on, you put it on your skin, then you can remove it with a magnet. But traditionally what you would do is you would massage it into your skin absorbs it and it gives you the benefits, right? Well, for somebody who's oily, you wouldn't massage it into your skin, you would just leave it, not touch it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then wash the rest of it off. There you're washing all the excess oils and whatever your skin didn't naturally want to absorb. So for somebody who's oily or T-zone, if you wanted to put just the M4 on your nose, you could, and then just wash off the excess after you've removed it with a magnet. Okay? One more, and then we're going to...
I know a lot of women that have a lot of stretch marks and they want to remove it. Does the Recover, does it reduce it permanently, or will they come back, or how does that work?
Well, they can try it and let me know. Again, we're running into these things that people are using it for, and we know that it does help. How long for? I mean, it's probably the same as a wrinkle. You know, it's a physical change. So, for example, the first person we put the recover on was, the second person was Jesse's dad, okay? He's in his 70s, and 2 months later, because I only did half his face, when I went back to his house, I was like, wow, Clay, we did your left, right, right? And he was like, yeah, why? And I was like, because we got to do your other side. He was so lopsided. So it's a physical change. It's not something like, you know, your wrinkles then's going to be like, oh, I need to come back and go back to where it used to be, okay? Because that skin has healed itself underneath. So I'm assuming it's the same for that. But this is just something of personal testimony that somebody said. I haven't spoken to that person afterwards to be like, oh, you're still seeing results. Well, to prevent stretch marks, if you know that it's going to happen, then the salted oil and the body butter. Oh, salted oil. It's not up here, that's why I didn't talk about it. Neck down, not face, okay? Men, just because you scrub harder doesn't mean it's working any better, okay? 2, great for women, shaving, okay? When you use it, you exfoliate, you remove all that dead, dry skin. Those oils that are left over after you wash the salt, it's really great for shaving. Closer shave, lasts a lot longer, hair growth is slowed, and it's a lot thinner than before. So it's really amazing. And you don't feel that dryness that you normally would after you shave. So it's really good for that. So salt and oil, okay? So obviously I've gone 5 minutes over time, so I want to make sure to keep that commitment with you guys. If any of you guys do have any other questions, I'm going to be right over there. I can definitely answer those for you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Make sure that you get your card stamped out there. Also, I don't know if you mentioned it. We got the tickets, so if you guys pre-purchased your tickets at the last regional, we do have them here for you guys to make sure and go pick them up. So thank you guys so much.
We're going to do the drawing for the t-shirts in 3 minutes. If you didn't get a chance to buy your ticket, you want to do that now, we're going to do that right away. But also our after event, we're doing something fun tonight. We actually asked the restaurant literally right here. Like right when you walk outside, this restaurant right here, they have a pretty ridiculous menu and a wine list, which I think we should try. We should demo it and see if it's any good. So for those of you guys that want to join us, grab some drinks, grab some dinner. They got a great full service bar. They're leaving the restaurant open specifically for us. Come join us, okay? Grab a drink, grab some food with us. It's literally right there. Right when you walk out these doors, it's right there. So take your conversations over there. We'll see you guys there. We're going to do the drawing here in a couple minutes. Grab your tickets. Congratulations on everybody. We will see you guys next Wednesday here for none other than $500,000 owner, Mr. Josh Denny. Have a great night. Take care. God bless.
No.